Hey, what is up guys, it's Galaxytech here, coming at you guys today with a brand new Performapal deck profile for the new format of April 2016. So this deck took a massive hit in the ban list. It got Draco Face-Off limited, it got Ignister limited, it's lost Wavering Eyes as part of its utility, so every Pendulum deck is now hit because of that and lost some consistency. It does mean that the any Pendulum matchup is going to be a lot less risky because you can set up a scale without having to worry about a war of Wavering Eyes, as it were. So yeah, this deck is now playing a Majespecter engine in it for testing, I guess. So I literally, after I looked at the ban list and, you know, made my ban list reaction video, I literally hopped on DevPro and just started playing around with Majespecters in the deck. And it's working quite nicely, you could say. I won a couple of games, lost a couple of games. There's a couple of inconsistencies, but other than that, I think it's working fine with a couple of tweaks and with your input in the comment section below. Yeah, we can definitely get the deck to be a lot better. So I'll go straight into it and try and explain some of my choices as best as possible. So we're still playing the 3 copies of Pendulum Sorcerer. We've then got 2 copies of Secondonkey. I've cut down to 2 to make space for certain things. Then we've got the double Guitartle and the double Lizardraw again. Then 1 Skullcrobat, 1 Monkeyboard, 1 Silverclaw, and I'm still playing 1 Partnaga as well. Then for Dracoslayers, because we got Draco Face-Off at 1, I've actually cut down the amount of Dracoslayers in the deck. So we've got 1 Luster Pendulum, and then we got 2 copies of Master and 2 copies of Vector. So this is kind of relating back to how I used to play Majespecters after Dimension of Chaos came out. Of Majespecters, I was playing 3 Luster and 2 Vector. The 2 Masters are making up for the Lusters in terms of Dracoslayers, but they're not tuners, which is unfortunate. That is the Dracoslayer part of the deck. Then Majespecters playing 3 copies of Raccoon. It can search itself, or the 3 copies of Majespecter Fox that we're playing to search counter traps. So these are pretty nice. I mean, they can't be targeted or destroyed by opponent's card effects, which makes it really ideal if your opponent rips a bottomless on you when you've got this on the when you summon this. This card just stays on the field. Then lastly, playing 2 copies of Ariadne for searching out counter traps. Then 1 copy of Archfiend Eccentric, because, you know, just get over back row in general. And 1 Masked Chameleon, because it's searchable and it makes Ignister, and it also makes Scrap Dragon as well, which is what I'm running in the place of the second Ignister. So yeah, that is the monster lineup. It's quite a hefty amount still, so we've got, I think it's a good 28 monsters. So yeah, it's working quite nicely. Okay, so 4 spells, 1 Draco Face-Off, the sad lone Draco Face-Off. Really kind of, this has really hit the deck in terms of consistency, because this was such a great opening card. I mean, it's still good that we open it, and the gold version stacks more than the common, so, you know, see it more. But it's just really sad that we don't have this 3 anymore. But, you know. And then my tech card is Draconnection, so this card is a minus, and I will admit that. But if we think about it, the only one of these cards that you even want in your hand is your Luster. So if you have a Vector or a Master, you play Draconnection, you reveal one of these, add a Luster to your hand, and shuffle this back into your deck. This is really good, especially if you've drawn into a Vector or a Master before, and your Face-Off is dead. You can shuffle back in the Vector, for example, and get the Luster and use Face-Off, and, you know. So that is my explanation for Draconnection, and it's testing okay. Every time I've had it, I've either dropped it with Twin Twisters, or I've used it and got myself Luster. I don't think I would run it at any more than this. Kind of just 1 is the prime number. And then lastly for spells, I'm running 2 copies, of Twin Twisters, just because, you know, back row. I'm not sure how I feel about Twin Twisters in this deck, though. I might cut them for MSTs, because I just prefer not negging with them. Then traps, 3 copies of Solemn Strike, one of the best counter traps in the game. Then playing 2 copies of Majespecter Tempest, your other strike basically, as long as you contribute a Majespecter, as long as your opponent doesn't flip Mask of Restrict on you basically. Unfortunately, Ariadne doesn't account for the cost of this because this tributes instead of discarding or paying life points, which is sad, but it's searchable. And then lastly for Majespecter stuff, 1 Tornado because it banishes stuff. And lastly 1 Warning and 1 Bottomless because we're still playing Rafflesia, but we're playing quite a bit more traps than we used to, so Treacherous is really not a good idea. So yeah, extra deck wise, I am playing 1 Ignister because this card is now at 1, which is very, very sad. I love this card to bits, but it's at 1, and it's... so yeah. In exchange for the 1 Ignister, I am now playing 1 Scrap Dragon as well. So those are all the synchros for fusions. 2 Dinoster again. Then for Xyz monsters, rank 8s, I'm playing 1 Hope Harbinger. You know, still very good. The thing is, because of the amount of Pendulum matches we're probably going to be going up against into the next format, I'm also playing Felgrand because I feel 9 times out of 10, I actually feel a lot safer making this first turn instead of Hope Harbinger. Because this card can just protect itself and protect other things, and it allows you, sitting on this with, you know, a strike, a warning, and a Majespecter Tempest or something, while you have another Majespecter on your field as well, is just really, really good. So, Felgrand, I'm very, very happy with, and I don't think I would ever cut this from the deck, because it's just too good not to make, and believe me, you can make both of these quite easily still, because you still have the 2 Dinosters and 1 Ignister. So yeah, if you really want to waste your Ignister, and you also have Scrap Dragon if you're really feeling brave. So, the Xyz monsters, rank 4s, we have 2 copies of Magister, still getting us the Pendulums that we want in a slow search, and still retrieving Dracoslayers from the extra deck. Then playing 1 copy of Dweller, 1 Castell, 1 Diamond Direwolf. I still haven't got my hands on a Giant Hand, so I'm playing 1 Nightmare because we can still make that. So this is a proxy, so I'm currently at my parents' house. I left my real version of Gagaga Cowboy at my uni halls of residence. So Gagaga Cowboy, 1 King of the Feral Imps, and 1 Rafflesia. Still pretty good to make, although I'm considering cutting this from the build actually. I feel its relevance is very outlived. So yeah. So yeah, this deck has some inconsistencies, as I said before. But hopefully with your support in the comment section below, we can fix that. And also don't forget to show your support for this deck by leaving a like on the video and subscribing for more content. I hope you enjoy. Peace out.